Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, sir. Thank you. How about you?
Yeah, I'm fine, madam. Actually, I'm in. Since I was in Dubai,
Mm,
there is this, National Day celebrations going on here. So
okay.
there are a lot of holidays, and could meet
Mm,
a lot of people also. Because I was here earlier, many years ago. So
okay.
I came back with my sisters here. So
Mm,
friends, sisters, colleagues. It was nice.
mm,
They had 4 days national holidays, and they have a lot of celebrations and all that going on. Okay, now
mm.
let us continue with what we left off uh, last time, where I mentioned about. Uh,
Sorry.
yeah, exactly. Okay, now
Yeah.
this technique of storytelling, which may be even useful for you during your uh, kind of YouTube
Mm,
kind of activities you have. Now, what does it stand for? I mean, SARI stands for. It is basically a method whereby you tell a story, which makes
okay.
it acceptable, more interesting. People connect with you, and there is
Mm,
also a structure in the story instead of going here and there, right? So it
yes.
starts with a situation. S for S for situation, which is you have a situation. I mean, the story
Okay.
itself is based on that. Something happened. Okay, so that's the situation. The second part is anecdotes. Anecdotes is actually small story within the story, meaning small events, small happenings, uh, and
Okay.
little part of the story. Okay, which will continue how the story goes. R is what is the result you got from that story? What was the outcome? Okay,
Mm,
and then the last is insights. That means any story which happens, whether it's a story of your career, story of your family, story of some event, something happened outside when you went, it's an insight. Insight means what did you learn,
okay.
so that you can use it for your advantage in the future, or you should avoid it in case it's not
Mm,
a positive outcome. You have learned something, so you will not repeat that mistake or repeat that part in the future. Or you may learn from it and say, I learned this and I want to do it again, you know.
mm.
So this that whole story is in a structure which is situation, anecdotes, which
Anecdote.
is small
Mm,
events, happenings, small things which happen, result, what was the result of that incident, and the insight you gained from it. Okay, so as
mm,
a storyteller, suppose you're a storyteller or somebody who's narrating a incident or a story, you must follow this structure for maximum impact. uh, People have different ways to tell a story, but this is a tried and tested method, so that your thought process will go in that direction.
mm.
So if I tell you, ma'am, tell me an interesting story in your life,
Okay.
you will be putting together in this structure. It's like a
Yes.
speech. A speech is different. Speech, you say there's an opening, there is a
Mm,
body, and there is a conclusion. What we say OBC.
mm,
So without the OBC, the speech has no structure. It will be confusing. It will be erratic. People don't understand what you're trying to say. In a story, the structure is this. Sorry. So if you think of a story, I want you to think of a story and tell me in this format as far as possible. Okay. Then I'll tell you whether the story has come out well, or is it coherent? Does it have the flow? Does it have
mm,
the interesting incidents which
mm.
people may want to listen? And what did you gain from it, or what did you understand from that incident? What happened? Think of something. Take 10, 15 seconds, think of it, and start. I won't repeat it, or I will
Mm.
do it again because it was positive. Okay, or I will
Yes.
not do it because it was not positive, right?
Mm.
So the
Yes.
learning you get from it.
Yes. And
uh,
inside,
Insight is that the learning, the understanding, the learning, whatever
okay, what
it may
I
be.
learned from that story. Which,
Yes,
oh,
yes.
yes.
Which,
One incident of my life is
mm,
recently like COVID, in COVID,
mhm,
during pandemic only, as I quit my job. So
mm,
I was sitting that time and like as an idol. So I was thinking, what should I do? Because I was totally, blank and no, nothing was there to do. Only household chores, and I had the habit of doing like 9 to 6 every day. So I was thinking, what should I do? Because really I want to do something. So I started to that time I want to start YouTube channel, but I was no, I that time I had no idea what is YouTube and how to work there. So I just started to gather few students at my home and give them tuition only for my just for time pass, so that I can make myself busy. And in that period, because all the tuitions were closed, most almost closed, so people were also seeking for tuitions.
mm,
So in my residence only, I gathered 4 5 students and started teaching them. So in this way, I my daughter also got a company to means play with children,
mm.
and along with that she also started studying with them. She got a company. So the result is that I engaged myself in some productive work, and think started to think in a positive way too, and means felt more confidence, like yes, I can teach, because after completing my education, I was
Mm.
not in connection with any type of education or any type of teaching and all. So that confidence I got, and then after 2022 I started my channel, because of that only I got confidence to teach students and to speak in front of few, at least few students and their parents too.
But one question: why did you think of YouTube? Somebody
See,
suggested you, or you learned it yourself, or you thought?
I learned by myself only.
Hmm,
Yes, I no one suggested me to start.
hmm,
Yeah.
hmm. No, because it needs a lot of confidence to go on YouTube. Okay.
Yes, yeah, definitely. It needs a lots of confidence. And when I started my channel, so my husband also told me no need to start YouTube channel, and even
Hmm.
my younger brother too. He also denied to start. But it was my, I was very stubborn that time. No, I will have to start anyhow. I will do that. And when I started doing, I was totally blank how to do all these
Did you?
things.
Did somebody encourage you?
No one encouraged me. Yes, I was, I just when I started doing all these things, so my younger brother thought that yes, he will not stop. So he helped me how to create channel and how to do all these things.
So he
Yeah.
decided that if he can't fight you, he should join you.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Yeah.
What was your initial YouTube experience?
My initial YouTube experience is after creating my channel, I got lots of confidence within me. Now, this time, I can talk in front of anyone without any fear, any hesitation. And one thing I like, I'm very consistent. So I also learned that how to manage time perfectly.
Mm, 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 mm.
Yeah,
One of the results of that is time management.
time management. Yes,
What else? What else did you learn? Consistency you mentioned, sure.
yes.
Time management you mentioned, yes. Can you think of
Confidence.
one more? Confidence is one. Yes. Now this is the idea of storytelling, that you actually have gained three things,
Yes,
or you have improved on three things. Okay. Yeah. Continue with that.
yes. These things I gain, and I also learned that how to speak publicly, because sometimes we also at the time of speaking, earlier I was not much more concerned about my body language, and I was just sitting and idle, like putting my hand, fold my hand like this. But nowadays I am very confident. I can speak with expressions and lots of things I learn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I know. And do you
yeah,
know one of the basic things about public speaking is how you use your hands. Okay.
yes,
Now, on a screen, your hands may not be seen much,
yes,
but if you are standing in front of an audience
yeah,
live, let's just assume it's live, or even if you're standing on a screen, we used to
yes,
practice like this when I was in Toastmasters. Is how do you use your hand? Many
yes,
people don't know what to do with the hand.
yeah,
Hand is not important for speech, but hand is important for body language.
yes,
Okay, so sometimes people fiddle with the hand. They don't know what to say or how to keep it behind or keep it in front or
yeah,
do like this. You're not
yes,
supposed to do this because it's a closed approach,
yeah,
right? So
yes,
it's very very important that your hands know what to do.
yes,
You can even show your hands, that's okay. Open body language
yeah,
is positive this way. You talk like this and say, yeah.
yeah.
What else did you learn?
What else I learned?
Who was your target segment when you started? Who did you think will come and listen to you?
My target was like one who wants to learn this language or who wants to start their journey mostly. And as
How?
I teach some grammar portion too,
Uh-huh.
so like students can also watch my videos. For them, it is helpful.
Okay. But
Yeah.
how did you target them? I mean, what was your method to make sure they come and watch you? Or because you're not advertising, you know. Uh,
Mm, I don't know how to target them, but only I upload videos. And if someone will search related
uh,
to that topic, suppose if I just have to teach the use of has, have, and had. So if
yes.
people will search, so definitely if she will, if anyone will find that video, so we that can video my video can be helpful for them.
Okay. Give me three
Yeah.
examples of have, had, and has.
Like I
Let,
have a book.
yes.
I have a book. So
Yes.
and has, just I will tell you the where we use has, have, and had.
Had.
Has
Yes.
have we use for um, for present perfect tense,
Mhm.
and had we used for past perfect tense.
Past. Yes.
Past perfect tense. And for I we use have,
Mhm.
and the third person he, she, it we use has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you used have had together?
Have had, yes,
Yes.
we can use. Yeah.
Okay, give an example of have had.
I have I have had my lunch.
Ah, right. That means
Yeah.
that's over. It's a past. I've had my lunch. Yeah. Okay. Proceed
Yeah.
with your story. Results is fine. Insight. Did you learn something which you can share with others?
Yes, I learned that we should we should always think in a positive way. If
Mhm.
you start thinking in positive way, so definitely God will also help you in that time. So you can find the way where you want to go, or means you will find the target, like what you exactly want to do. And if you really want to do something, do. So also, because I believe in God, that time God's power also work, and God is also with us, so you can do well. And
Is Yeah.
yeah,
Continue.
yes, in this way I learned, like I got my motto, you can say, or I got the thing what should I do in my life or in my leisure time. Yes.
Yeah. It requires quite a lot of courage or initiative to think of not only coming on YouTube, even people who have done something under adversity, meaning
Mhm.
during COVID, it was adversity, right? Adversity means
Yes.
something which is going against you, against the flow. There are a
Yes.
lot of people who thought of new things to do.
Yes.
For example, teaching children or teaching some
Mm.
skills online. Online was a very big opportunity at that time.
Yes.
We used to hold meetings online, which we never did.
Mm. Yes.
This whole system of coming online to speak to, like I was part of Toastmasters that time. I was secretary of
Yes.
the club, and we had to come and present to 100 people online. Okay,
Yes.
present a speech. Contest was there. Evaluation contest was there. Humorous speech contest was there. Regular
Mm-hmm.
speech contest was there, and we had to judge people based on how they speak.
Okay.
Judge means we are the judges. So there were a
Okay.
lot of things which happen online which we never believed
Mm.
can happen online. Uh,
Yes.
we were using Zoom,
Yes.
and from that point, I even addressed Rotary Club, the Lions Club during that time. I
Mm.
remember, you know,
Yes.
prepare the speech and do you give a speech during your YouTube sessions?
YouTube sessions, one, two or three speeches I delivered like 26 January, May, I think.
Huh.
26, yeah,
For an occasion.
yes.
How do you deliver the speech? Do you write it down? Do you prepare for it?
First, I write down
Mm,
what thoughts comes in my mind
mm,
because I am not good at English because sometimes I grammatical error and not good words.
mm,
So I Google the things whatever I know in Hindi. In Hindi, I write down, and after that try to means the English word for that.
mm, mm.
And my dad is very good at English, so I
Okay.
made it checked by my dad.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Why was he particularly good in English? Any reason?
Uh, he not means in his college time, or you can say he was in army first,
Mm,
army postal department.
mm, mm,
Yes, yes, his English is really very good.
mm. Well,
Yeah.
just like my father, he was in the army, and of course he studied English, but
Yeah.
he ultimately joined the army, and uh, I mean used it well. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Did he also write? Your father?
No.
No, only speak.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Now coming back to this storytelling, uh, when you tell a story, also include some funny
Mm-hmm.
or interesting incident which happened during that phase when you were teaching,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
which makes your story uh, just more engaging.
Okay.
For example, you can say, I had one student who was like this. It may be,
Mm-hmm.
it may not be a very positive story also. Some maybe a difficult
Mm-hmm.
student, or a student
Yes,
who's
yes.
not cooperating well, or a
Oh,
student who's just funny or late coming, or
okay.
does not behave well in class, but is a good student. But you know how you managed it, because in online teaching there were a lot of challenges.
Yes.
I remember speaking to teachers who said suddenly they moved from offline class to online during
Mm.
pandemic, and they
Yeah.
found it a completely different and difficult uh,
Mm-hmm.
exercise, because they actually had to teach just like a classroom,
Okay.
and student attention was very weak because they were not used to it, and many students used to just doze off or not show interest, or the attention span being what it
Mm-hmm.
is, 10 minutes,
Yeah.
15 minutes, and that's it. So there were a lot of challenges which came up. Many of them overcame that challenges, and many of them could not,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
many were not confident in front of the screen,
Yeah.
because they were used to a physical classroom, not a virtual classroom.
Mm-hmm.
So you could add some incidents. When you say anecdotes, anecdotes means couple of incidents during that thing. For example, you can say, by the way, I'll tell you about a story about a kid, or
Okay.
about this girl, or about this boy, which
Mm-hmm.
I found interesting, and you can narrate that. So
Okay.
everybody likes to hear a story about a child, you know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, positive or negative, and not negative, but it could be a
Yeah.
difficult child, or a truant child, or a naughty child. or a
Mhm.
funny child, uh, as the case may be. So those incidents in your story will make it engaging. Engaging is people
Yes, yes.
getting involved in the story. Ah, cha, cha, this
Yeah.
happened, that happened. Interesting, funny. It makes
Mhm.
that story. That's why these parts are there. The situation of pandemic, you got into teaching.
Yeah.
Anecdotes would be small stories within the story.
Okay.
Results, what came out of it, I was able to be more confident, and I
Yeah.
continued teaching. And insights is what you learn from it, like you said, confidence,
Mhm.
the time management, whatever
Yeah.
what you gained. This is this is what a storytelling is. You
Okay.
can even start a story with the incident. You know what happened that day? It was a Saturday of November
Mhm.
2020.
Okay.
And that Saturday, you know what happened?
Mhm.
Everybody is listening. What happened? And say
Mhm.
that morning at 9:30, this happened. It it can be something with shock value.
Mhm.
Storytelling makes it interesting when people listen to that the way you say it. The story may
Yeah.
be simple. Story may be simple, but it's just the way you modulate, the way you know uh, tell the story.
Yeah.
It's like I give you a book. There is a concept called storytelling by reading a book. Hmm?
Yeah.
Madam, I give you a book, a child's book, okay, and the way you read that story about Cinderella or Snow White, or
Mhm.
even if it's what is it, Harry Potter,
Mhm.
the way you say it is interesting. The
Yeah.
story is common to all. Everybody knows story of Cinderella, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or
Mhm.
famous five, the children's story, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But if you're able to bring modulation, if you're able to bring intonation in your speech, hmm,
Yeah.
high and low, softer voice, higher voice, speed of voice, etc., the story becomes interesting,
Mhm.
engaging. And that's
Yeah.
some skill you can develop, because ladies do it better.
Okay.
My experience, ladies tell stories better than men,
Mhm.
because they have certain qualities, empathy, understanding, kindness, uh, which enables them to tell a story in a better way,
Okay.
in a more engaging way. And since you're on the YouTube also, it's an opportunity for you to tell these stories in a way which is gripping, or
Mhm. Yeah.
anecdotes is one example of giving small uh, you know examples within
Yeah.
the story. Okay, so
Yeah.
that is something you can work on. It's really effective in the way you
Yeah.
say it. Okay, let me go back to some words which I shared with you last time, which I want you to repeat again. uh, and it comes with, uh, you said session, you said tuition, shin.
Yes.
Okay, the same words which I want you to pronounce is this, are these. You said tuition, there is session, there is decision to start classes. You were using these words when you were speaking. Hmm?
Yeah.
Say it again.
Uh, Session.
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 Ah,
Session.
little
Yes.
better. It can be, sure doesn't come first. In SC, sure doesn't come. It's like
Yeah.
say. Say
Se-
shen.
Session.
Ah,
Session. Tuition.
tuition is correct. Yeah, shen
Tuition.
again.
Decision.
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 Decision is correct.
Decision.
Then
Yeah.
similarly, uh, two words. Can you see it?
Erosion.
Erosion. Sure again.
Erosion.
Erosion.
Collision.
Collision. What is collision?
Mm,
Two
colli-
cars are on the same road, but they had a collision. That means they collided, or that means they hit each other,
Mhm.
or a truck
Okay.
hit a car in a collision. It's an accident, collision.
Yeah.
Erosion is, do you know the meaning of erosion?
Yes.
Tell me. Excessive
Yeah.
cutting of trees, soil erosion is likely, or soil erosion
Is
will happen.
likely.
Will happen. Okay,
Yeah.
because
Yes.
basically because of cutting of trees, the soil just goes into the water.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it basically affects the land. Okay,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
in Uttarakhand, you heard that because of
Yeah.
floods, largely because of soil erosion or landslide. Okay,
Yes.
that is erosion.
Yeah.
Similarly, uh, use the word decision.
Decision.
Decision. Decision.
Decision. Decision. We should take right decision on right time.
Yeah, we need to take the right decision at the right
On
time.
at the right time.
Use the word session.
Decision. I booked this session today only.
Yeah, I booked this session at the right time. I booked the session today. Session. Okay. Now,
Session.
how you would spell session would be something like this. If I if I'm going to put it in pronounce, it should be here like this.
We- Decision.
Session. So when you say that, it'll come it. No, it will not. Sorry, I think I put the session twice. Say what? Say it should be this. Sorry, session, not say session. Yeah, session,
Session.
session. That's the right pronunciation. So
Session.
the sh will come in the second syllable.
Yeah.
Say is one syllable. The second
Mission.
syllable
Yeah.
is shin, right?
Session.
Session,
Session.
pollution, erosion,
Pollution.
decision.
Erosion.